Okay, so the fence is like this, right? That's it there. Okay. And over here is how it's fallen. So, take a look. Acá están los pedazos. So, looks like this has been cracked. The fence post looks okay. This fence post looks damaged. Looks like there's the little pieces there to hold it in place. This one has fallen. It's got the bottom piece. We have to extract. Maybe it just needs to be resecured. Okay. That goes in there. This piece obviously has fallen. I'm gonna measure from there to this post, the center post, to see how long that is. And then over here, this looks like it's okay. Just this piece right here is damaged. Okay, so I've put the tape measure down. I've measured out to that next fence post. So here, I'm a little bit to the right of the post because there's this union here, right? That's about a couple inches or so. That's gonna hold on to the actual fence post or the bottom rail. And so I just went a little bit to the right, and so I measured all the way through to this side. Looks like it's another 10 feet, and it's just holding on to this piece right there. So another 10 feet there. Okay, so that's how you would measure that. So 10 feet from here to here, 10 feet from there to there. So that's 20 feet. 20 feet on top, 20 feet on top. Okay, looks like the sleeve, obviously, not sure what happened to the other one. Let's take a look. Okay, the other thing you want to do is you want to measure the actual chain link fence. It's 4 feet tall. That means that these fence posts are 6 feet tall because it's a 4 foot fence post and 2 feet goes into the ground. Okay, so 2 feet of the post is in the ground, 4 feet is on top, and that way it allows the actual fence post to be lined up correctly. But that's kind of what it is. If this chain link fence was 6 feet tall, then obviously that would be 8 foot posts. Essentially, we already did half of the work, but there was one that was knocked down. I'll put a picture up on the side so you guys can see, but it was pretty much, it was bent. Somebody passed through and hit the pole, and now we're installing a new one. But essentially what you're doing is you want to cut to the very bottom of the existing pole, right? Of the existing pole. So it was one of these line posts. One of these line posts that were here. This is a 2 3/8 line post. It's about a 40 gauge. So it's one of those more stronger one, one of the Home Depot ones. It's 40 gauge, it's much thicker, much heavier. And so essentially this thing fell down, and so we had to break apart the concrete to get just enough below the actual asphalt to be able to grind off the actual post. Once we grind that down, we covered it back up with cement. I'll show you here in just a second. And so now what we're doing is we're just moving over to the side, making a new hole, and so we're gonna put the new post up, okay? So let's take a look at that. Okay, now that you've drilled the actual hole through the asphalt and concrete, you should be getting dirt. So now that you're getting dirt, you have the ability of inserting your actual post. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna insert the post, you're gonna see in just a moment, and then you're gonna get on top of a ladder and you're gonna hit it downward. That way it starts sinking into the actual ground. So let's take a look at that. Now you're gonna add some water and some concrete. Make sure you get some fast setting. That way it cures really quickly, okay? Okay, get yourself one of these. Add some water. There you go. That's the consistency you want. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna take it. We're only gonna put a little bit because we want to reinforce the actual post, but we want to be able to insert the actual post in there as well, and make sure it's there's not so much that you can't put the post back in place. So just put a little bit in there. Okay, you're gonna put your post up. Okay, you've set your post back in, and now it's time to go ahead and use your tape measure to make sure it's the correct height, and make sure it's leveled. So use your level to make sure it's leveled as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started. Make sure now it's leveled. Okay, I need a little bit of leveling. Make sure it's leveled all the way around. And you're gonna put more concrete after that's leveled. Okay, make sure you get some on the inside of the actual post, and just kind of put the remaining on top, so that it can cure and it can hold the post in place. Make sure you have a good level, okay? And that way you're set, okay? We're gonna let it dry for a little bit, and then we'll come back and install the top rails. All right, so top rail goes in first. As you can see, they have this union here. It's called the sleeve. That way, if it's too short, you know, you have the ability to just grasp it, insert the difference. So this one went all the way out here, and as you can see on this side, the other sleeve was inserted, and it goes all the way to about here. So right now we're just going to push it slightly over here this way, and we should be set for this top one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start lifting up the actual fence so it can start securing with these. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so now we're inserting the bottom rail. So make sure you get it from this one side over here. And then obviously you always want to make sure you have things to level, right? So you want to make sure it's leveled out from all the way over here to this side. And then you want to make sure it's leveled all the way over here. So here it's being leveled. Okay, Christian is analyzing, making sure that's going up, it's going down. Okay, go up some more, Christian. Go up some more. There we go. That's perfect, dude. Good job.